This course on Black history, what's one of the lessons about? Queer theory. Now, who would say that an important part of Black history is queer theory? That is somebody pushing an agenda on our kids. And they have stuff about intersectionality, abolishing prisons. That's a political agenda. When you try to use Black history to shoehorn in queer theory, you are clearly trying to use that for political purposes.
So a bunch of people who didn't even look at the syllabus called DeSantis a racist.
Ron DeSantis is now running a state where he decides what can be taught in schools or not. I'm not sure. Well, now because you got a lot of racism going on and a little bit of insanity.
Well, already I'm seeing some activists call this "Don't Say Black," like the idea that he's going to, like the "Don't Say Gay" bill, that you can somehow draw lines in the classroom. I don't think Ron DeSantis is qualified to make those judgments.
So slavery became illegal. Now it's going to be illegal to teach slavery in schools.
It's racism. That's right. I think we have to. We've seen it happen before. When Black people were brought from Africa over here, forced to be here, they erased our culture from us. That's what you're doing right now in education.
Yeah, Don, it's illegal to teach slavery in schools in Florida. Good work. Teaching African American history is important. It's our history. And if Black students want to learn African American history from African American scholars, they should be able to take an AP course. But this course should teach history, not push radical racial propaganda. Here's a chart that's been floating around online that caught our attention. If a white person does anything the left doesn't like, the left smears them as racist. If you see color, you're racist. If you don't see color, you're ignoring racism. If you move out of your neighborhood, it's white flight. If you move into a new neighborhood, you're gentrifying it. See how that works? It's how you destroy a country, smearing everybody as racist. But decide for yourself. Does this guy sound like a bigot?
And that's what our standards for Black history are. It's just cut and dried history. You learn all the basics, you learn about the great figures, and I view it as American history. I don't view it as separate history. People that have participated to make the country great, people that have stood up when it wasn't easy, and they all deserve to be taught.
Manny Diaz is the Florida Education Commissioner. So Manny, CNN says it is illegal to teach slavery in the state of Florida. Is that true?
Well, I'll tell you what, Jesse, I'm just glad that Don Lemon and the communists at CNN aren't teaching our students here in Florida. And we have a robust African-American history curriculum with over 5 courses in our state, and it is required teaching.
So why are they saying that this is racist to knock this thing down? Are they pointing to anything specific?
No, they're not. They're basically ignoring the fact that this has queer studies, that it has intersectionality, that it has CRT, that it talks about reparations one-sided without a counter argument. I mean, take down capitalism. That is not African-American history. And like you said, 3/4 of that syllabus has good content, and that would serve our students well. But we're not going to allow indoctrination to come into our schools under the guise of African-American history or any other history for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, the curriculum is excellent until you get up to this one point and then it totally goes off the rails. I want to show you something else your governor said. He says teachers should be able to take away cell phones from kids in the classroom. Watch this.
Why are these kids on their phones during class all the time? I mean, I think a school district would be totally within their rights to say, you know what, leave your phone in some cubby or something, go sit in class, learn, and then if you get it at recess and you want to text people, fine, but they should not be always on their phones.
MSNBC says it's authoritarian for the governor to say teachers should be able to take kids' iPhones out of their hands during history class.
Hey, the governor wants to empower teachers in their classrooms so that students can learn, and he wants to basically do stand your ground for teachers so they can actually keep control of the classroom and teach. Students can have their cell phones put away, they can use them during the break, but why are they interrupting lessons, getting on apps or texting other people? The governor's right. We have to maintain the academic integrity of our classrooms.
Or cheating on their phone. I mean, if I had a cell phone, I'm not going to get into it. Thank you very much, Manny. Good work. Thanks for setting everybody straight.
Thanks for having me.